So ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk with Saieed Ali. I am your host Saieed. We do want to thank you for joining us, viewers. So as we start off our program tonight, I must remind you of the 7% Real Talk financing is offering to you, the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. Remember, viewers, if you invest $100,000 for 5 years, that is $7,000 interest per year. $7,000 interest per year. So imagine at the end of 5 years, how much you are going to gain. Almost $35,000 in interest at Real Talk financing. So remember that, viewers, you don't want to miss out this. You have already worked and saved your $100,000, and you want to invest it. You want your money work for you. So come on down to Real Talk Financing, carrying the Savannah Road in Shoguners, Cipero Street in San Fernando. Viewers, make your investment and let your money work for you while you already work for it. So, as we start off our program tonight, viewers, I'm clear. There are now concerns over the future of over 150 call center workers following reports that the Telecommunications Service of Trinidad and Tobago, TSTT, is considering ending its contract with Amplia and transferring the work to Hummingbird Holding. The workers have reportedly been informed that their contracts will not be renewed beyond September 30th, giving them about 30 days notice. Sources understand that development has raised concerns about job security and the financial impact on workers, particularly aimed on ongoing economic pressure. There are claims that some of the affected agents may be absorbed by the new entity if arrangement proceeds. However, there are concerns that they could be offered significantly lower salary, potentially placing many of the workers in financial difficulties. Now, the issue Trinidad and Tobago also draws attention because the Communication Workers Union is currently seeking improved wage for TSTT workers. The report came amid wider concerns about short notice being given to workers affected by change of state-linked program and the termination of contracts at state entities. However, when contacted, Minister of Public Utility Barry Patharat said no decision had been taken on the Amplia arrangements. So Trinidad and Tobago, they have 30 days in order to know what is taking place. Another 150. Will they be home doing nothing? Or are they going to be absorbed into Hummingbird? So Trinidad and Tobago, let's wait, let's see. This is very important. We are talking about the communication workers in Trinidad and Tobago. We are talking about a new company taking over Hummingbird. President of the Police Social Welfare Association, ASP, Ishmael Pitt, have stated that he is in support of any initiative to enhance public safety, but asserted that authorities must ensure repair of existing police infrastructure is completed. Responding to questions over the rollout of the new police post nationwide, Pitt stated that there were several police facilities that were also in need of upkeep and maintenance, referring to a recent incident where police officers had to be relocated from one building to another location to continue their duty. Pitt said established infrastructure should not be neglected. Listen to this.
So we have looked at the post and, it looks good. It looks conducive to policing. But we want that the facilities, those standing facilities that presently police officers are functioning within, they also receive that same level of focus.
So viewers, when questioned about concerns on who would man the post, Pitt noted that while the TTPS was currently in the process of recruiting more officers, these trainees would only be ready for duty after completing their training. He therefore noted that soldiers would be expected to provide support.
Expectation of the defense force now filling that void in the interim and putting us in that position where we are able to achieve the objective at this point in time, notwithstanding the fact that there are manpower issues.
So now Trinidad and Tobago, with the army in the police post, it will very, very well enhance the security of Trinidad and Tobago. So now viewers, no more sitting down at the army camp, where our highly trained officers will be on the streets now. We'll be looking at the safety of citizens together with the police officers in our country. So I'll tell you this, all these army men that were sitting down in camp, they don't have to worry about getting sugar again. They don't have to worry about getting lazy again. They don't have to worry about shining their boots and wondering when are we actually going to come out and serve our country as soldiers, as defense force officers of Trinidad and Tobago. Viewers, in the coming weeks, they are going to be deployed in various parts of Trinidad and Tobago, securing the roads, securing communities, and that is what Trinidad and Tobago need. A security level that is so high that bandits in Trinidad and Tobago will start thinking 2 times and 3 times now to commit a crime. Security must be a number one issue. Health must be a number one issue. And education must also be a number one issue. Those 3 that I just called should be in the number 1 bracket in securing our country. That is what we need. We didn't get that under the last administration. Nevertheless, they tell themselves that they were educated enough to run the country. But for some, it was party. For others, it was about security, better schooling, better education, and a better life. Did we get that? I could proudly say we didn't get that. I'm not ashamed. I am living right here in Trinidad and Tobago, and it affected me also. It affected me also, security-wise, hospital-wise. Sad, when you're living in a country where millions are being spent. And human beings just like ourselves, black people just like myself, because they're reaching a little power, they feel they could walk over us. But before they were voted into power, they were nothing. Nobody didn't know them. Nobody didn't know them. You get a little power, you have a minister title, and that is it. You feel you is God. So all of them who feel that they were untouchable, where are they? Krongenberg came out and said the correct thing. The correct thing. We've lost touch with the people. But I want to remind Colin when he said that if you don't pay a property tax, you will be charged as a criminal. He lost touch with the people very, very bad. Today he has no longer the say of being the Minister of Finance. No longer, he got too big, power get into his head. Start to punish the very same people that put him there by property tax. Imagine that, eh? But nevertheless, everybody have their time. So when questioned, he therefore noted that soldiers would be expected to provide support. Now viewers, Pitt said, while some officers suffered from workplace burnt out, from constant duties, he described the situation as fluid, as some officers were being granted leave. Now, the PNM Chief Whip, Marvin Gonzalez, have since questioned whether any of the companies received contracts for the police post project contributed to the UNC 2025 general election campaign over previous campaigns. You see what this man want to find out? If the contractor who got the contract for the police post, he wants to know if they contributed to the UNC's 2025 election campaign. He burned up a manual from the court, or he burned up a court order But today he's asking now if that company had anything to do with supporting the 2025 general election. This man tells Trinidad and Tobago to carry out our children for macaroni pie one time for the month. And that is the question he's asking. That is the question he's asking. When he stood up on a platform and burnt a court document that asking them answers, no, they want answers. Trinidad and Tobago, listen to this.
What you see happening today with the construction of 30 police posts all over the country, I want to ask the UNC whether those contractors that are receiving hundreds of millions of dollars and billions of dollars in contract, whether those contractors contributed to its election campaign in 2025 and in previous elections.
So try to imagine that, Imagine that. He wants to know now. But this is sad. This is really, really sad. Marvin, you ain't easy, you know. You have no shame, boy. You have no shame. So now viewers, former Police Commissioner Gary Griffith have stated that the government should recognize or reconsider how it deploys police resource under its plan for the 30 new police posts. Griffith argues that mobile patrol could provide a greater visibility and a faster response to incident. He says an effective 999 system supported by an operational command center could help police identify the location and the urgency of calls and dispatch the nearest available vehicle. Listen to this now.
The reason why mobile patrols will be more effective is that, again, mobile patrols are utilized as an avenue for high visibility, a rapid response, and a heavy deterrent. We had an effective 999 system. The call will be made. You then have an operational command center. You'll be able to use the screen to pinpoint where that distress call is, be able to prioritize the distress call, and then look at the number of police vehicles in closest proximity to that distress call to be able to pinpoint that vehicle to respond.
So now viewers, I am sure that in the coming weeks also, after everything has taken place, they're going to buy new vehicles. They're going to buy new vehicles to put at these police posts on them, so in case anything should happen, police officers are going to have vehicles to move with at these police posts. I am pretty sure that is going to take place, but you know everything can happen overnight. Now viewers, saying that TTPS has over 1,700 vehicles. The former top cop says vehicles strategically positioned across police division could help reduce response time to under 5 minutes. Now, he says deployment must be matched by system and measured performance and hold officers accountable. Now remember, Trinidad and Tobago, Gary Griffith was a former commissioner of police. He had command centers, he had 999, he had rapid response team, he had a lot of things that he introduced to Trinidad and Tobago when he was commissioner of police back in his time. And I am hoping that Wayne Sturge and Roger Alexander, two ministers, also take a little advice, because this is a new position for them. Roger Alexander, being a police officer for a number of years, today he's the Minister of Homeland Security, and he would understand how rapid response is needed. He would understand how much vehicle is needed. He would understand operationalizing a system, how much is needed. I can clearly say that. How much is needed. So viewers, listen to this.
The police service has 1,700 vehicles. The majority of them should be used for operational purposes. They are not. What is required is that we need to put systems to measure performance, make police officers accountable, and to provide systems, as I said, to ensure that rapid response, to ensure that deterrent. A police post has never and could never be used as an avenue for that.
So now, viewers, he also said he warns that putting more officers inside fixed posts could mean fewer on the streets responding to call. Griffith says the issue is not simply building more police posts, but ensuring officers are visible and a mobile response. So now, viewers, remember, the government has opened up the recruitment centers for police officers. And presently, they will be on post when they are finished their 3 months or 6 months training. In the meantime, Army official, TTDF officers, the Defense Force soldier, the officers will be deployed throughout Trinidad and Tobago to assist police officers in these police posts with rapid response. I am sure about that. They're going to have vehicles when all the police posts is up and running. They're going to have TT Defense officers there. They're going to have police officers there also. And I am definitely sure that they are probably working on a command center to be established when these posts are open also. So viewers, in the coming weeks, we are going to get more on this and we are going to relate it to you. So viewers, we are going for a short commercial break. Stay locked on. You're watching Real Talk with Saieed Ali.
We'll be right back.
When life throws you a curveball and you need a clear path forward, trust Real Talk Wrecking Service to get you back on track. Whether you're stuck on a roadside or dealing with an unexpected breakdown, our 24/7 wrecking service is just one call away. Fast response, reliable towing, and a team that's got your back. At Real Talk Wrecking Service, we don't just tow, we rescue. Real Talk Wrecking Service, your lifeline on the road to recovery.
True growth shouldn't make you wait. This month, Real Talk Financing is changing the timeline. Get up to 7% interest on a fixed deposit paid to you upfront. Real Talk Financing and Investment. Real results sooner. Call our Central or South branches today.
Connect with us on social media and don't miss the latest updates. Follow us on Instagram at RealTalk_Newsroom. Check us out on Facebook at Real Talk with Saieed Ali. Subscribe to us on YouTube at Real Talk Trinidad and TikTok at Real Talk with Saieed Ali. At Real Talk Studios, we dedicate our time to highlight the glaring issues we face within our community. Catch us live every Wednesday between 7 to 8 p.m. Real Public Concerns. Because your concerns are meant to be heard. Send your email to realpublicconcerns@gmail.com.
Welcome back.
So Trinidad and Tobago, as we start back our second quarter in tonight's program. Tonight, I want to congratulate tonight, but I'm not going to show his picture because of he's my son. And he's the one who has almost been kidnapped almost 4.5 years ago. Now, tonight, I want to congratulate him. I want to congratulate him with CXC. He had 1A, 2 1s, and 4 2s. Trinidad and Tobago, I want to congratulate this young man tonight. Because, let me tell you something, some of the subjects he has chosen, it was pretty hard. But nevertheless, Trinidad and Tobago, he wrote 6 subjects. 6 subjects. He got 4 2s, 2 1s, and an A. So tonight, I am proud tonight to congratulate him on national television. I just don't want to show his picture because he was an attempt kidnapping. But nevertheless, you know, sometimes when you go through hardship of being a victim and to know you come out now on top in education, tonight I really want to congratulate him. And I really want to, you know, God is good, you know. God is really good. No matter how hard he faced it, God has been good to him. Also, I want to congratulate tonight Jada Nanan. She also got 5 subjects. Trinidad and Tobago, a special congratulations going out to her also. So, all the CSEC students that scored, we want to wish you all the best in your coming future. Those of you who didn't do well, nevertheless, you can always further your studies, but you give it your best. You give it your best. So, all the parents tonight who are celebrating the success of their child, the one that did less fortunate, don't push them down. This is not the end of their life. This is just the beginning. School is over. There are classes all over Trinidad and Tobago. There are schools. There are evening class. They could continue if they want and upgrade their education from there. So don't be the bad parents and kick them down. Don't do that. Don't put them down because they didn't make an A, or they didn't make a 1, or they didn't get 2s, neither 3s. Do not put them down. Their life did not end. That is a test. That is a test after their schooling, and their life has not ended. They're going to continue, they're going to work, they're going to go to evening classes, they're going to do a repeat, and by the grace of God, they may be successful on the other one. So viewers, tonight in our news, President of the Steelworkers Union in Trinidad and Tobago, Mr. Timothy Bailey, have stated that while the news for the restart of the Port Lisa steel plant is welcomed, the celebration comes with a warning. The union has represented workers in the steel industry since 1980 and says history has given its detailed knowledge of the plant operation from production to the movement of finished steel through the port. He added that an attempt to reopen the steel industry must include the workers who built it. Listen to this.
The reopening of the steel plant, though, cannot and does not mean that doors must be closed on the people that built it. That any serious attempt to reopen the steel industry in Trinidad and Tobago must include the workers who built the steel industry for over 4 decades.
Now, Trinidad and Tobago, while we understand this, those who are working in the steel mill, and I am sure that the government of the day are going to bypass these individuals and them. And I am hoping, as he said, for 4 decades, that's almost 40 years. That's almost 40 years. So what we have to recognize also is the age of the individuals and if they are capable of working in the industry. Now we are not going to forget them. We are not going to forget them. They have labored in the vineyard. They have brought success in the vineyard. But when the mill is open, are they able to work? Are they able? I am not condemning what he is saying, but we understand there's a start and there's a finish. So if they are capable of working, I am definitely sure that the workers' union are going to be given the first preference of bringing those individuals back to the plant since they have knowledge from foundation to finish of the plant. And I am sure the government is going to give them the first-hand opportunity in going forward. So now, viewers, Bailey added that he felt that the union was left out as an important stakeholder. Despite the frustration, the union says it does not want to dispute to detail the restart. Listen to this.
I had a meeting with my executive and I had a meeting with my general membership, and we felt that we were slighted. We felt that we were frozen out as an important stakeholder. Our doors are open. We are open to engagement. We are open to collaboration. We are open to cooperating once the right approach is adopted.
So to my friend there, this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning. Whole strain, this is just the how to say it? The beginning of the good news. The ribbon has been cut. There has been promised the opening of the refinery. And let's just wait and see the process. But I don't think the government is going to bypass anything. I am hoping that they are going to give you the first preference of bringing out the labor of those who work there, the laborers, to continue with a mill now. And we're going to go forward, hopefully. Now, among the union concerns, among the union's concern is what happens to collective bargaining arrangement since operations resume. Listen to him.
Question. Will our government and our Honorable Prime Minister and her cabinet recognize the rights of the workers to union representation and collective bargaining in accordance with the laws of Trinidad and Tobago?
So like I said, viewers, I am sure the government of the day is going to make plans to work with them. Now, Prime Minister Kamala Prasad-Bisesa has since rejected calls by the union for a chance to input in the reopening of the former ArcelorMittal steel plant in Point Lisas by Ibis Steel Company, saying the US-backed company is free to hire any citizen it considered suitable. So my friend, don't give up hope. Don't give up hope. I am certainly sure that when everything is set in place, they're going to have talks with the union, they're going to have talks with the former workers, as they would have the better idea on the functioning of the plant that has been shut down. So I don't think the government is going to walk over them just like that. I believe they're going to get a fair hearing, and well, they're going to move forward from there. Viewers, we are going for a short commercial break. Stay locked on. We'll be right back after this.
We'll be right back.
When life throws you a curveball and you need a clear path forward, trust Real Talk Wrecking Service to get you back on track. Whether you're stuck on the roadside or dealing with an unexpected breakdown, our 24/7 wrecking service is just one call away. Fast response, reliable towing, and a team that's got your back. At Real Talk Wrecking Service, we don't just tow, we rescue. Real Talk Wrecking Service, your lifeline on the road to recovery.
growth shouldn't make you wait. This month, Real Talk Financing is changing the timeline. Get up to 7% interest on a fixed deposit paid to you upfront. Real Talk Financing and Investment. Real results sooner. Call our Central or South branches today.
Connect with us on social media and don't miss the latest updates. Follow us on Instagram at RealTalk_Newsroom. Check us out on Facebook at Real Talk with Saieed Ali. Subscribe to us on YouTube at Real Talk Trinidad and TikTok at Real Talk with Saieed Ali. At Real Talk Studios, we dedicate our time to highlight the glaring issues we face within our community. Catch us live every Wednesday between 7 to 8 p.m. Real Public Concerns. Because your concerns are meant to be heard. Send your email to realpublicconcerns@gmail.com.
Welcome back.
So Trinidad and Tobago, welcome back to Real Talk. Remember viewers, Real Talk Financing is offering you 7% on a fixed deposit. Remember that you can't go wrong. So those of you who would love the 5% offer, not a problem, we still have that also. We still have that, 5% interest up front, we have that. But 7%, we have stepped up our game to give you a 7% Trinidad and Tobago. Don't miss it out, otherwise you're going to regret this offer that is taking place at Real Talk Financing. I could guarantee you if you miss it, you're lost. So we have a caller on the line. Caller, good night.
Good evening, sir. How are you keeping?
I'm fine. How are you?
Right. I'm there with them, boy, holding straight. So firstly, again, I must thank you very much for the ability for allowing me the opportunity to highlight this issue.
Nice.
It pertains to a very small bit of roadway in the Orchard Gardens district, which is a UNC stronghold. I don't think it have anybody who did not vote for the UNC in the local and the government and the general. There's a very small, there's the Orchard Boulevard. It's a roadway that connects Yard Street to Moulchan Suchan. It's a major thoroughfare. Mr. Saieed, we have been begging the regional corporation to repair that road for the better part of 10 years. We beg on that Buddha, nothing done. Faik show up, okay. After about 4-5 years, he sent half of the material,
So this is the road presently. This is the road, the condition of the road presently.
Sorry?
This is the condition of the road presently on screen.
Oh, it is a page from the Grand Canyon.
Okay.
If you understand. You could film a Mad Max movie there.
Wow.
You see? So that roadway has remained as is more than 4 years. So first they used to say the PNM victimized them, they had no material. Then they just say they have no material. So what happened now? They are in power now and they still have no material, right?
All right.
We're begging these people.
So just answer me this. What we are seeing on television,
sorry?
What we are seeing on television is concrete that is being poured into potholes.
The residents, out of complete frustration, they drive around and they ask for $300 from every household to do, yes, there it is, to do concrete works. Now you see the condition.
Yes.
It didn't make no big difference.
This is
look, it done feathering out already.
This is ridiculous.
It's not going as soon as they see rainfall. Mr. Saieed, the only thing that don't pass on wheel road there is the train and the Boeing 747.
Jeez.
Anything that is on wheels passing through there to access Mulchan, Suchan, when they see Yard Street lock up. Look at the condition. And let me tell you something. These people win election without even showing up in the area. Watch how they have this place. Like
it's ridiculous. It's sad. It's sad. It's really ridiculous.
Right? I tell you, they put in a picture how they're beautifying here, they're digging drain. After 1 year and more, they leave the place to deteriorate without steep workers, and now they're coming to play a big game and say, oh, look, we're shoveling here and we're wheelbarrow in there. And oh God, look at how much work going on. Well, you had the place in a mess for more than a year. Wait till you see rainfall come with a net. You will get cascade, you will get cost club, you will get everything.
I understand.
I have a counselor, and he just come meeting and he just come household meeting to collect little token and thing,
Don't make joke.
Well, I want to call your name because, you might send a lawyer paper. For me, I have that kind of money.
I understand. My friend, thank you so much.
Frustration.
Thank you so much for calling us and telling us about this.
Mr. Saieed, let me commend you. You are the first person who has put this on the air. We have written so many letters. We have begged the MP, this one, that one. Nobody never even, I cannot say that anybody ever even called me back. See?
Thank you so much, my friend, for giving us the opportunity to put it on air. Thank you so much.
Mr. MP, Mr. Mayor, Mr. Councillor, this work it remains outstanding. You hear what the woman say? We will remember.
Yes.
Good evening, sir. Blessing.
Thank you so much, my friend. So just keep us up to date on whatever is taking place in the area, and if we have to highlight it again, we will do that. My friend, thank you so much. So as we move along, viewers, former Public Utility Minister Marvin Gonzalez is again defending the government decision not to meet the demands of WASA workers. Gonzalez, who had been criticized by the Public Service Association President Felicia Thomas, who accused him of trying to destroy the company while in office, says the former PNM government did put forward proposal to settle negotiations, but those proposals were not accepted. Listen to this.
The then Prime Minister explained to public officers that given the state of the country, given the fact that we have declining revenues from oil and gas, that their demands were not in sync with the reality, the economic reality, the revenue reality, and that what was being proposed to the union is what best the government could have afforded at that point in time.
So Trinidad and Tobago, Marvin is saying that they could not afford it. They could not afford it, but ministers got a 40% increase in salary. Imagine that, The former Prime Minister got a $50 million increase for entertainment. But they couldn't do it. They couldn't do it. Keep in mind, millions of US dollars went Venezuela. When Xiaochong was there. When Maduro was president in Venezuela. Millions of US went down through Xiaochong. But he said they couldn't do it. Such a sad thing to say. Such a sad thing to say. But nevertheless, Gonzalez noted that while the government has committed to moving forward with the settling the 10% wage increase proposal affecting about 2,800 monthly paid WASA workers, the issue of back pay remains outstanding. He said that this was because the government could not afford to pay out millions or billions of dollars. Marvin, all you know, shame in a boy. Listen to this, viewers.
The UNC government promised the back pay and they promised the 10%. In some instances, they settled with the 10%, but the issue of the back pay remains unresolved because you are talking about billions of dollars to be paid to public officers and other employees of the state. And that matter has remained unresolved because, again, the government simply does not have the financial resources to settle these outstanding matters.
So viewers, during yesterday's protest action by PSA, Public Utility Minister Barry Patharat said efforts were being made by the government to attract strategic investment and partnership to improve WASA's position. That is what Barry is saying. But I don't understand, under the PNM administration, money was spent helter-skelter. Helter-skelter. And yesterday they said they could not have afforded it. They could not afford it. Imagine that. Every government minister got a 40% increase. Everyone. They made sure that they were happy and forgot the people who put them there. Imagine that. They couldn't afford it. They got an increase while telling us, oh, your children might have to eat macaroni pie one time for the month. It's sad, but this is where we are. While they got an increase. But Trinidad and Tobago, what we going to do? What we going to do? Barry Patharat, on the other hand, said efforts were being made by government to attract strategic investment and partnerships to improve WASA position. That is what he is saying now. But nevertheless, viewers, that's a new government. We're going to give them a try. PNM was there for 10 years. Some places never got water. Never got water. But what can we do? What can we do? We just have to wait and see. So, the PSA President Felicia Thomas has put the union protest action at the Water and Sewage Authority on hold. This after Public Utility Minister Barry Patharat committed the government to settling an outstanding proposal for some 2,800 monthly paid workers. Thomas is warning that the union will resume industrial action if the government fails to deliver. She made the revelations after Patharat met with the PSA WASA CEO Roshan Banwa and other executives yesterday following a 2-day protest by workers outside the authority's compound. Thomas said the minister intervention resulted in a commitment by WASA to get the union wage proposal to the ministry by the end of the week. So hopefully that reaches there. They're going to have some sort of arrangement and changes. But let's hear this.
Well, we have the commitment, and if it is not followed through, of course, we continue with the action, but we are hopeful that now with the minister's intervention, that it will go to where it needs to go so that our negotiations can be settled.
So viewers, Thomas said, the PSA is hopeful the latest development will lead to a settlement, but warned that the union is prepared to return to industrial action. Thomas also rejected the suggestion that the dispute center solely on the government commitment to a 10% increase. She also accused the previous administration of presenting workers with a take it or leave it approach. Imagine that, eh? Imagine that. Felicia Thomas is telling the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago that the former administration gave them a proposal, and that proposal was a take it or leave it approach. But today Marvin is bumping his gum on media pages. Imagine that, eh? Marvin, where you there? Could you come out and say if she's talking nonsense or not? Call her good night. Hello?
Yes, I. Good night.
Go right ahead. You're live, my friend.
Yes, I. Concerning Mr. Marvin Gonzalez, right? You know, is the sad part about this whole situation, right? You want to tell you the sad part?
Tell me.
He coming and talking all that sort of garbage to people, right? And if election call in the morning, you know, he will back his seat.
Correct.
So you tell me if I'm lying or not? Tell me if I'm lying, but let me tell you something. The problem is not them politicians, partner. The problem is the people that has always keep voting them back east. That is the problem in the country.
Yes.
You have a set of people, you could tell them whatever you want.
Correct.
Want you from a certain political party to tell them whatever you want. They will believe you. And that is how the country went. You remember when it is the UNC was saying that how they're planning to do this and they're planning to do that before the election, and the PNM was only asking the question, where is the money coming from?
Yes.
You can remember that?
Yes, yes.
So they very well know what they did with all the taxpayers' money in this country.
Correct.
And leave it. And they leave everything
hang up.
They leave everything hang up. And now they're in opposition. And now they're asking the government that get all the ministries with no money to come and fix the country for them one time.
Yes.
But people not understanding, it don't happen overnight. All you have to give the people a fair chance.
Yes, yes.
You can't expect that to happen in 1 year.
Even Klongenberg came out and said that this government has no money, but they wanted people to vote them back into power.
Well, let me ask you our next question, Said. Where's the people property tax that Klongenberg collect when he was the Minister of Finance?
That was a different story.
where the people property tax money going? Are people complaining for the bad roads that we have to be faced with? You understand what I'm trying to tell you? All you talk about bad roads, water for everybody, picking up garbage.
Yes.
Forest and Ravi come and he say, if you want your garbage pick up, pay property tax, then he sells say that. So where are the people's money?
The garbage was still there.
Yeah, well, what I'm trying to say to you now, right? They're telling you, they were saying that if you want your garbage pick up, you have to
pay property tax. Right? Correct.
UNC coming to forward now, ain't all the garbage being picked up?
Yes.
Me pay no property tax?
Nope.
So I trying to figure out if they were trying to embezzle money from citizens again. You understand what I'm trying to tell? People need to open their eye and see what's going on by side. People need to open their eye and see what's going on.
Correct.
Anyhow, brother, you enjoy your night now.
Thank you, my friend. You too. And this is what I've been saying. You vote for a party, yes, nothing wrong with that. But make sure your MP for the constituencies, fix the constituencies. That is what we voted for. You offer up yourself to fix the community. You offer up yourself to make sure we have better security. You offer up yourself to make sure we have better roads. You offer up yourself to make sure the health centers and the recreation grounds and the community center and water and street light. You represent Trinidad and Tobago. You represent your community, but it is not getting better. So why go? Why vote? So I didn't listen to all these past ministers now coming out to comment and make statements. You were there. You were there. Now you're coming out for everything to be fixed. I heard Marcel, one set of demand he asking for. When you were there as minister, all these demands you're demanding, where were you? You're demanding for BTM to be better. You're demanding for Laventil to be better. But you were their representative for how long? Come Kareem, for how long? Brother, take a back seat. Take a bloody hell back seat. You couldn't do it when you were there. Now somebody has got a chance to demand it. You demanding? Drink some water and mind your business now. Drink some water and mind your business now. The people don't want to hear you. The people themselves voted you out. Where's Clongenberg today? Clongenberg talking about Diego Martin. Clongenberg was their representative. What did he do? He said, I suffer for water myself. And you the MP? Well, if you suffering for water and you was the MP, it's a waste of time. A waste of time. You're coming to complain about water. Waste of time. The people itself voted you out. If you couldn't fix the water, when your colleague was Marvin, let me tell you something, the UNC is sure no that all are fixing it, that they are fixing it. So rock back, eat some dumpling with baking powder, let your teeth stick up and your mouth can't talk. It's that simple. You know, long ago they used to have a saying, ila anta ruhma duanda la bakita la ida unno ruba anna. You know what that means? Never see come see. Clongenberg said to us that this government had no money. Ila antu rahuma duachama dialla banu rabataya. But when Clongenberg was there, he got a 40% increase. Who got it? Clongenberg. What you got? At one point in time, they had a negotiation, and the press printed 0 by 0 by 0. Oh, let's say something. Say something. Say something now. You see, I am here to remind you of what took place. I am not here to point fingers, you know. I let you know one time, Clongenberg didn't do nothing. He didn't do anything. At one point in time, negotiation was 0 by 0 by 0. Now we coming to tell Trinidad and Tobago that this government can't do nothing. They have no money. Clongenberg was the Minister of Finance. Money gone missing. Nobody can give an account. $3 billion. Auditor General report. Money missing. No receipts. Privy Council say, how come this man is not being investigated? When Saieed talk, oh Saieed blaming, you're blaming your road fix? They get better water supply? Ask yourself. Call a good night. So ask yourself, Trinidad and Tobago. Look at the change. Let me tell you something. I don't support no political party. I am not affiliated with no political party. But I have been here on air about 9 years now. About 9 years now on television. We never asked for 1 cent, not $1 from anybody to support this program. My company funds this program. I'm the director of my companies. And I just make sure, and I just light my light. I just make sure that spirit bring money. I just make sure that spirit work be done. You know why? I have planted you beside the waters, and you shall bring forth fruit in your season. Look up to the hills, from whence cometh my help. I remember that? But we have a man like Clongenberg now coming to tell me this government have no money. But the Auditor General saying $3 billion gone missing and no paperwork for it. Who money gone missing? Our taxpaying money. So when I come here, and I lay the truth down for all you. We have videos, we have documents to back it up. I ain't had to retract nothing. And me had to come and say, well, you know, I had to apologize and I'm feeling sorry. No. 9 years now and we never did it. And for the next 9 years to come, we ain't going to do it. And I hope in the next 9 years to come in, we'll talk financing, might have a bank in Dubai. Because after Panama, After Panama, that is where my eye heading. That is where my soul heading. That is what I'm focusing on after. You see, we don't step in the US market to catch it. So I could pay all the bills down here. I could supply with all the US to all here down here. Central Bank, I want to give me US license. My dead grandmother and she mother had to get up to sign that paper. And I had two financial institutions licensed and recognized in Trinidad and Tobago and all over the world. All over the world. So I am known as a financial advisor and a financial institution owner. All over the world, we recognize for finance. Now I just tell people, you see, me, when I hear you want to come at Saieed, let me tell you something, I have no problem you coming at me, but I just want you for a moment. I want you to sit down for a moment and think, boy, you see Saieed, boy, I want to go after Saieed. Think what you're going and do. Because running into me is like running into a lion's den. I will sit down and I will watch you get eaten up. That is what I will do. That is why when I come on set, I just be me. I don't pretend to be nobody. I will be me. I am a black Trinidad and Tobago national. I didn't born in a white man country. And I represented Trinidad and Tobago when I stand up here. Not no other country. I represent Trinidad and Tobago, the citizen. I demand betterment for the country. Today I'm the owner of two financial institutions. Real Talk Credit Union, Real Talk Financing. Today, Real Talk Financing is giving out the highest interest rate that is being paid in Trinidad and Tobago. We recognize. So when I come here, I don't come by guess. We come with facts. We come with video. We come with proof to show you the less fortunate one. We show you how to better your life. That is what we do. And I am proud of it. When I look back and see where I come from, I say, wow, 9 long years. Navin has been with me 7 years now. 7 years? Yeah, about 7 years. When he gets up in the morning, he lights the candle. And he say any prayers. And when I get up in the morning, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, I light my candle and I say my prayers. Today I went into bank. I've been owning the music industry just now. He have his own band. His wife is a songbird, you know. Don't get tired up, you know. So viewers, we have come to the end of our program tonight. But it has given me great joy and pleasure to come here. Sometime when all I see a rerun, it's not that I don't want to come, you know. It's just that the overwhelming work. Sometimes my body just needs a rest. But soon, sometime this week or next week, I'll be in Panama, considering my financial institution down there. And we're going to have it up and running. So viewers, thank you for viewing us. Remember, share our live stream. Our real visit program is tomorrow from 11:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. We'll be right back here next night. Until then, stay safe.